Hello friends, my name is Sonu Singh and today you have started watching me through this YouTube channel. So today I'll talk about the communication skill. When we talk about communication skill, we believe that communication means only speaking, and that's why we focus our all the attention on the verbal part. Like we learn the words, we learn the grammar, sentences, so that we can have a good verb and sentence in our arsenal. But the problem is that when you have to become a good communicator, it becomes very important for you to understand the other person. It becomes very important for you to establish the relationship and connection with that person. If you don't have the connection with the other person, no matter what you say, it will not be received by the listener. So that's why if you are not a good listener, you can never be a good communicator. All the speakers of the world, they all emphasize on one thing, and that is improving the listening skill. Because what happens that everyone is able to speak, and that's why they are always in the race of putting their ideas forward, to expressing their opinion, and that is the reason that the conversation process becomes very noisy. So that's why if you want to make the conversational process very interesting, and if you want to convince somebody efficiently, then it is very important to listen somebody, so that you can have the deeper understanding of that person, so that you can establish a connection. What happens when you listen to somebody? When you listen to somebody, you give a non-verbal cue that you are actually interested in them, you actually value them, you respect them. So when you give these non-verbal cues, they feel very happy, they feel very connected, and that's why they open themselves. And once you establish the connection with anyone, it becomes very easy for you to put any ideas forward, because now that person is on the other end, want to receive your idea. And that's why if you want to become an efficient communicator, you have to practice listening skill on purpose. Like when you go out to talk to your friends, or when you are watching the YouTube videos, make sure that you are focusing your all the attention to understand each and every word in sentence. Sometimes what happens that people are silent, and these silence are also communicating something. So if you pay your attention, you can understand the real meaning. And understanding a mature person is expected to have the greater understanding of the other person, and is expected to understand more than anyone. And that's why you carry a responsibility with you, that you understand others very well. And once you do this, then I'm sure that you will have enough idea, enough information to customize your knowledge. What happens that if you want to suppose convince somebody, but you don't know that what are the things for which he is very insensitive, and what are the things for which he is very sensitive. Let's suppose that that person is a very staunch believer of one religion, and if you start talking about the religion, he will be very irritated. If you try to show that you are literal, still he will be very irritated, because he is a staunch believer. So that's why if you know that these are the things for which this person is very much sensitive, so you can avoid this part. And if you know that what are the things that please them, that draw their interest, so you can include those kinds of ideas and concepts which can make the conversation very interesting for them. And that's how you are just building the block to create a better rapport with them. And that's how you can build a good relationship, and you can have a better opening for convincing that person. So if you really want to improve your communication skill, make sure that you pay equal attention on the listening skill also. When you're speaking, definitely you find so many people to put your ideas, and that's why all the day, throughout the day, you are just involved in speaking process. Like you're speaking, you're trying to put your ideas, but now you have to take a pause, and you have to strategically make this plan that you have to practice the listening skill as well. You can take the help of your friends, you can take the help of YouTube videos, you can call somebody and talk to them, and you just observe on one thing, that are you practicing listening skill. And then after the conversation, just try to understand that what is the feedback. You can understand the feedback by facial expression also. Like if you are talking to somebody in face-to-face conversation, through their facial expression you can understand that that person is satisfied with you or not. In telephonic conversation, you can ask you the feedback that now what do you feel? Do you feel like, do you feel, trust me, or do you feel that now I actually address the problem that you are having right now? So if you do this, then constantly you'll get the feedback, and that feedback will determine that you are moving in the right direction. So next time you are going out in the market or going out with the people to have a beautiful conversation, make sure that along with speaking you will focus equal attention on the listening skill as well. And if you do this, I'm sure that it will not take you much time to hone a better communication skill. So I hope that you will find this video interesting, and if you find this video interesting, then hit the subscribe button, like and share. Thank you for staying with me. See you in next video.